Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Hannah. Today we are on the backside streets of Benidorm here in Rincon de Loix, and we will be showing you guys how it looks like at night time. All the back streets parallel to Melia Hotel in Benidorm, Flamingo Oasis and Levante Club, and where you actually need to be really careful, especially right now when the tourism season kicks in, because one incorrect step and your things might magically disappear. Let's go and explore. Right now we are at a really famous place at a roundabout right next to the Hotel Regente, the One supermarket and the Red Lion bar. Yes, there are several Red Lions sports pubs and bars, how they call them, and one of them is situated right here in Rincon de Loix. All these streets, this main avenue is one of the main roads to access to Benidorm Rincon de Loix and Levante side. And obviously here there's usually quite a lot of movement. Today is a work day, which means that it's not as busy, but on weekend this is packed. Sticky Star? What is it? I don't even want to know. Forget it. I don't even want to know what it is. But there is some interesting announcements right here. Happy hour 2 for 1. Okay, that's nice. 2 for €5 in whiskeys and a lot of different drinks out here. People are watching the Giants TV screens. There's some football match out here, so there's a lot of people on the terraces, especially football fans and football lovers. And there are a lot of bars like this. This is a Red Lion 2, they call it. Look at that. So just in case you're wondering, Red Lion 2. ABBA tribute, Queen tribute, Rebecca Smith. Ooh, that's nice. See, people are having fun. I mean, why not? They're on holidays, right? So all the bars right here, they're obviously not bad. Hotels here are quite good as well. The famous Melia Benidorm with its giant gardens, Flamingo Oasis and Levante Club. And this place right here, see where you have a giant P? El Cortecino, this area right here is where the brand new Lidl supermarket will be located in Rincon de Loix. I've told you yesterday in the latest news update. If you did not see them, check them out because there's a lot of interesting news for you guys. And this will be the spot. This is it. This is where the two buildings will be combined, and you will have the brand new Lidl supermarket with the parking space right here, which is great because we did not have any kind of cheap good supermarket with attractive prices right here near all these hotels and apartments. This is a touristic area, so a supermarket like this, which is cheaper than 24-hour supermarket, is pretty much needed, desperately needed. This street right here, during daytime and evening time, obviously it's extremely safe, and at nighttime it's safe as well. The main issue comes when you would like to get back to your hotel. For example, Melia, look at this, how lovely. They have already some parasols. They've put some terraces right here. It's nighttime. I'm not sure why they did not close them right now, but I mean, it looks nice. The terraces right here, they have a great bar. You can sit down and enjoy the views of Benidorm. Nice swimming pool area, exciting, amazing swimming pool area, I would dare to say. And they have a very good spa inside too. So if you are wondering what it looks like, here you have a slight sneak peek on how Melia Benidorm Hotel is actually looking like from the outside and where it is located. This area will change really soon, as I've said. There's going to be a lot of building work going on in the next 3 months, so it might be slightly noisy, which I did not think about it, but now when I'm seeing it, check it out, because if you're coming to Melia Benidorm, for example, and if your room faces the street, I don't think there's going to be any major issues as it is, but just in case, check it out because there's going to be a lot of demolishing works. We don't know exactly when, but they have maximum of 3 months to perform them. For Flamingo Oasis, it's not going to be the case because, as you can see, the building is quite further away from the street, as well as the Levante Club, which is adults recommended hotel. Nice hotel too for couples, solo travelers, for just friends to enjoy. So these two, I don't think they're going to be affected as much, but Melia Benidorm, since it's the closest one, I would check it out in case you're very, very sensitive towards the noise. This is the lovely Flamingo Oasis. We filmed it for you guys after they did some refurbishment inside, and then the second time they did it, and the hotel right now looks really, really lovely. In front, there is a nice Chinese restaurant which is called Mandarin. It's a wok restaurant. Here they have some nice prices, really, really cheap and economic meals, which are quite of a nice quality. All these bars and pubs that are on the other side of these hotels, what they bring us is a lot of people in this area. However, afterwards, if you're staying in an apartment nearby, or if you just got lost, let's say, and you're going on the back side of these hotels, which is where we're heading right now, it's where you need to be really careful. It's totally safe in winter. It's totally safe outside of the touristic season for locals as well, kind of, because people already know who's local and who's not. You can just see it. So especially whenever there is like a solo traveler that you can see as a tourist, especially if it's like if he had or she had a couple of drinks in one of these bars. Amazing bars, great bars, especially international tourists love these. And once they had a couple of drinks, some dishonest people are just getting behind. They can steal your bag, they can steal your belongings, you know. It's like a robbery, you know. So, and the issue is that it's very, very dark down the streets behind these hotels. So people know it, and you need to be really, really careful once you head back, for example, to the Hotel Levante Club from a good night out, or you just decide to explore. Why not? What is happening around these hotels? Don't go through dark streets in general. Don't do so, please, because dark streets plus tourists plus people who had a drink equals a disaster, because there's a lot of people who know it. There's a true business around it, and it's mostly in summer season. That's true. It's mostly in summer season, and especially right now with all the building work going on, it's even darker right here. This street, for example, this is right next to the Levante Club. There is a pharmacy, by the way, right towards the right side here. And this street was closed for traffic, only for pedestrians. It was open for a really, really long time. Why? Because they were changing the street. Probably they will add some more parking spaces, simply because it was really not well done, not well designed, and there was a huge lack of parking spaces in this area. So they're just doing all that. They're changing it, and hopefully this street will become wider and better for people to use. And as you can see here, these streets are quite empty right now. You can see just a couple of people walking here every now and then, so it's not as crowded, and people know it. I would tell you even more on these streets towards the left side, right next to the Hospital Levante, which is where we're heading right now. They have a massive undergoing construction right now, which is gonna be the part 2 of the hospital I'm at Levante, the private hospital. They will double its size, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the biggest hospital here in the area. So all this area, there are even ladies, night ladies, let's call them like this. If you know, you know. There are even night ladies in this area, but only in summer, like months of, starting from right now up until September, October, more or less. There are even night ladies at this specific street right here and towards the left side. So this area is definitely like not the best to go at night by yourself, especially if you're bringing expensive watch or if you're bringing like money with you in cash or any other kind of valuable objects. Don't do so. My best advice for you in general whenever you're coming on holidays, I know a lot of people like to show what they have, but I don't really recommend doing so on your holidays, because showing your expensive watch, showing your expensive golden earrings or rings or bracelets or necklaces, all that, this is where actually the night ladies are standing usually. This is the street right here, right behind the hotels. This is the street where you can obviously find them. And nearby, you can also find solitary men who are just looking to take some of your belongings. So stay safe, please. So don't bring any kind of valuable objects on your holidays. Just bring the necessary, bring the exact amount of money that you're planning on spending in case you have a bank card, so don't need to bring a huge amount of cash whenever you go out, because it's just not safe. It's provoking basically people to go behind you and take it. This area right here is always extremely quiet. There are the back sides of the hotels in here and some parking accesses as well to some of the hotels. For example, Flamingo Oasis and Levante Club and others. This is the huge and massive building work of the Levante Hospital. They've put already, by the way, maybe that will be, look at this. This is the previous apartment building that is closed right now, and there you have the Levante Club. So I don't really think that this construction right now here will be bothering you, to be honest. However, I'm not quite sure about Flamingo Oasis right here, because it's a giant, it's a growing giant, as you can see. Obviously they did all the drilling, like all the worst and noisiest amount of works. So I still think it's not gonna be too noisy, but just in case, ask the hotel, call the reception, send them an email, whatever it is, a chat message. Ask them out if there's a lot of noise being heard from these hotels right here in the area, just in case, because you would not want your holidays to be ruined by this. You can always ask a room on the other side, for example, that's not facing the building work that might be bothering you during your holidays. And right here in this area, see, there's slightly more people right here. Well, more, there's two people walking, and then there's just two people randomly standing out here. This is the things that you need to avoid, like people just randomly standing and watching you. I'm not saying anything about the two people, don't get me wrong, but it's just these are type of things that you need to avoid. If you see someone just simply standing without anything to do and just like overlooking you and looking at what you're doing, analyzing you, then run and just stay slightly away. By the way, important thing, the Levante Hospital is the place where you need to go if something happened to you and you have a medical insurance, if you have like a specific travel insurance booked. I know a lot of people who travel from UK, from Ireland, from different countries, international countries, tends to get an insurance. Even more, I will say, whenever I worked in this particular hospital at the emergency department, I got to treat with a lot of people coming from UK. And I've seen a lot of travel insurances. One thing that I can tell you to help you out, hopefully you're not gonna use it, but in case you need to, whenever you're going to the hospital, go directly to IMED Levante one. Why? Because this hospital is that works with the biggest amount of British insurances and like travel insurances in general. So the possibility is the highest that your travel insurance will be accepted at this hospital. You always need to bring your paperwork. If you do not have it printed, bring your mobile phone with you or any other device where you have your insurance documents. Always please bring your passport or at least a copy of your passport. We need to register your details. We know the hospital needs to register your details correctly. Bring a small amount of money or a bank card in case your travel insurance has an excess that you need to pay. A lot of insurances do have it, so bring as much as you can if you need to go to the hospital. And this one is the one that you need to visit in case you have a travel insurance. Near it, there is a lovely bar which we absolutely like. This is a bar that locals and international tourists enjoy. It's Hoxton, I think it's called. It's a really low cost and nice bar right in front of Luxmar Apartments. Also a great place to stay if you want to stay in an apartment here in Rincon de Loix. So this is how the back streets of all the famous hotels and bars are looking like. Stay safe during your next holidays in Benidorm, and hopefully we will see you here very soon. Thank you all for accompanying us today, and I'll see you in a new video tomorrow. Bye, dears.